Medical marijuana. Marijuana laws are changing at a rapid pace across all 50 states. If you look at the map here, it's legal in the states that you see shaded black. Dark green means medical use is legal and marijuana has been decriminalized. The lighter green, those are states where medical marijuana is legal. The lightest green is where the drug is decriminalized. Now, the gray states there, that's CBD with THC only is legal. And South Carolina, you will note there, is highlighted orange, meaning marijuana is fully illegal in the state. Now, lawmakers in South Carolina are again taking up a bill to legalize medical marijuana. Every year that bill has fallen short despite significant support from lawmakers on both sides of the aisle. Our State House reporter Mary Green explains what its future could be this year.
The legislature will only be at work here for about another month before heading home for the rest of the year. Anything lawmakers don't pass before then dies. Medical marijuana is among those bills that now hang in the balance.
It's been nearly a decade that we've been fighting for this. And I think that, especially I say this for many of the veterans, we're tired of fighting.
That's why this group that included veterans, parents, nurses, and pharmacists gathered at the State House on Tuesday, urging state representatives to take up the bill to legalize medical marijuana in South Carolina.
My daughter was 6 when we started this. She's 16 now. So this is well over half of her life that I've been trying to get legal access to this medication that I know works for her.
The bill, called the Compassionate Care Act, only allows for use in oils, salves, patches, and vaporizers, so smoking marijuana would still be illegal. A dozen medical conditions, including cancer, multiple sclerosis, and epilepsy, would qualify for a prescription, which doctors would need to approve in person, and only certain licensed pharmacies would be able to dispense the drug.
It is the most conservative, tightly regulated medical cannabis bill in the country.
The legislation has already passed in the Senate, but it sat in the House for 2 months without getting a hearing to this point. If the bill doesn't get through the House in the next 5 weeks, it dies until at least next year.
This bill puts in the infrastructure for a huge marijuana business in South Carolina. I don't see it as being a priority, but I'm not the one that controls that, obviously.
Among the people who do is House Majority Leader Davey Hyatt. He told me this bill hasn't come up for discussion yet within the Republican caucus and doesn't feel like there's a huge urge within that group to take it up. But Hyatt adds that doesn't mean it's dead, while acknowledging time moves quickly and the priorities are many in the final weeks of the session. This bill is assigned to the House 3M committee, chaired by Republican Celeste Davis. Davis told me she's in the process of forming a special committee of some fashion to take testimony on this bill, and she says she anticipates that'll get started before session ends here next month. Reporting from the State House, I'm Mary Green.
We'll be watching it, Mary. Thank you. Now, marijuana illegal in North Carolina, but it's a different story on the tribal land of the Eastern Band of Cherokee Indians in western North Carolina. Medical cannabis is legal there. A marijuana dispensary, in fact, will open on the land April 20th, just days before the North Carolina General Assembly reconvenes. Lawmakers have been divided for the last few years on whether to legalize medical marijuana. North Carolina Senate passed its version of the Compassionate Care Act last year, but it didn't make it to the House. It would allow marijuana for specified debilitating medical conditions and only with a doctor's prescription. Retired Marine Rob Wren says he believes it could be a game changer for veterans who are suffering in the state.
The only thing we've asked for in all of this is, allow an alternative to what the VA provides, which is antipsychotics, antidepressants, sleep medications, uppers and downers, just this combat cocktail of pharmaceuticals. We just want another option.
The General Assembly scheduled to convene April 24th. We'll keep you updated on whether the Compassionate Care Act will be discussed this session.